Code Violet, probably one of the dumbest bait and switches I have seen in gaming history. And honestly, even if it wasn't a bait and switch, even if they did not try to go super woke and garnish the modern audience, that does not exist, as we all know, because we have seen many times at this point. Above everything else, even if they didn't do that, they would fail anyway. Code Violet is absolute garbage. The reviews are in. We already talked about the game effectively dying day one, but now we see the reviews, okay? Now we see the player reviews. Previously, it was IGN. IGN giving it a 4. A 4 from IGN. Man, they have to be trying to be the bad, because even Arc Raiders got a 6 and Clair Obscure got another 6 or 7. In any case, when IGN gives you a 4, you know it's bad, especially when you're pandering to their political beliefs. Now, granted, IGN probably knows that they're lying and they're not even pandering to them, that they're just trying to bait and switch everyone, which is a tactic that has not worked a single time in human history, may I add, because no one's stupid enough to figure out, wait a minute. Or maybe something, a family of banking, something, sponsoring all points of... Yeah, not a big deal.
Over the past few weeks, Team Kill Media has pushed a lot of potential customers away from their new release Code Violet, and I suppose we all got lucky that they were so...
At least the name Team Kill is very appropriate for the situation. Kudos.
Vocal in their hatred for gamers because it saved us $50, and we didn't get scammed because now that this game is out, people are wrecking it, saying it is buggy, it is broken, it is just a really bad experience all around, and there's clearly a reason they didn't want it on PC and in storefronts like Steam that actually consistently issue refunds. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and
like the video. It takes less than a second. Subscribe. It also takes less than a second, because that actually does help a lot, in fact, the channel and me, and I appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who does so. And if you think this stuff is important, definitely like and subscribe. Again, takes less than a second.
Consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, months ago when I had seen the teasers for this game, I thought that it looked pretty cool. Yeah, it definitely looked like it was going to have some technical difficulties at release, but I usually can look past those, especially when it's a game that is being made by a smaller team. I love to support indie developers and small studios. Plus, you can always mod it, but they were very vocal in their hatred for modders and really PC gamers, saying, oh, we don't want you objectifying our lead character, we don't want you sexualizing her, even...
That's right, that's our job, based.
Though in all of the teasers and trailers, they constantly show you camera angles of her ass and breasts, and to top that off, they have lingerie...
I mean, what else do you want in a woman? Let's be real.
Array skins within the game, so they're saying it's okay that they sexualize her, but if you do, you're a gooner chud loser. And they've really freaked out over some of this criticism. Just a few weeks ago, they had made this big post when people were calling them hypocrites, saying that we deleted the post that offended a certain group of very hateful people. We don't typically delete our posts because we don't believe in cowering to the mob. We remain unaffected by the hate we have received over the years.
We don't believe in the things that we directly do. Trust me. Yes. We do the things we say we won't do because that's actually somehow good. God, I love when they lie to your face and hope that you're just gonna magically not believe your eyes. Believe my words, not your eyes.
We invest our own money and time into our games. Like us or hate us, we focus on the positive. Saying, however, it had also become absolutely unacceptable that certain individuals were attacking a talented professional we had the honor of working with. We believe the vast majority of gamers respect her and want their games to have such talent to voice the characters they will enjoy playing as, and...
Did this happen? I missed it?
I personally had never heard of her before, and I don't blame her for being part of this game, but they basically said that, oh, if you look at the character that she plays and you think that this character is attractive, you are disrespecting her and objectifying her, even though they're pixels on a screen. And really, they went on a
Nice.
unhinged spree. They blocked people, they locked threads down, and now that the game's out, they've double, tripled, and quadrupled down. Somebody had said, yeah, the game is dope. I don't care about the negativity that people say about this game. I enjoyed playing this a lot.
Dude, there's always some 50 IQ person, lol, saying something like this. Oh, I know no one liked the game, but I really liked it. That's because I am deficient in every way possible, maybe, but who knows? And you always have some absolute bootlicker like this out there. Oh, the thing that literally no one in the world liked, I did, though. I'm different, you see, built different. Not in a good way, though.
Lots, and they said thank you. If the negativity some had for us was turned into constructive criticism, instead it would be far more valuable to everyone than what a certain group are doing. Okay, let me comment. Let me tell them my constructive feedback.
Oh,
let me have
unexpected.
a dialogue with them. Oh, let me go to their social media and message them and say, hey, would you like to come on my channel and have a conversation? That's right. You can't, because they don't want constructive criticism. They don't want to open a dialogue. They just want to sit in.
God, imagine you have the dream opportunity to be called out by Mommy Vera, and you just don't take it. Disgusting, filthy, unacceptable.
Their echo chamber, and for people to pat them on the back and say, oh my gosh, it sucks that you guys are going through this and you guys are the victims, because people like this constantly surround themselves with yes men who don't actually care about listening to the other side. If you are not with
I actually wonder how many of these are troll posts that are just pretending that they actually played the thing.
them, you are against them, and you are labeled an enemy. Now, we do not know exactly who is running this social media account. It might be a social media manager / community manager. It might just be a developer.
I love these big names because I've seen job listings for social media community manager. Their minimum pay. Imagine being like, I'm a manager. How much do you earn? Below minimum. What a time to be alive.
Developer who's supposed to be running it because the team is small. We have no
It's like the people who work in Walmart at the cash register and are like, oh, but I'm an associate. Indeed, you are. Everyone, give a round of applause for our associate at Walmart. They're an associate, everyone. What? Great things ahead, surely.
confirmation, but either way, whoever this is not helping their product at all whatsoever, and they need all the help they can get, judging by the fact that gamers are literally calling this a scam. G-Man Live said Code Violet is easily one of the worst games
I saw that Charlie played this and titled the video trying to push myself through this game.
I've ever played. I'm genuinely baffled to how the developers think that they can charge almost $80
Also, G-Man's a shill, so I don't care about his opinion, to be honest.
for crap like this. I've played $10 UE engine asset flips on Steam that are better, and that's saying a lot. IGN's 4 out of 10 was too generous, and as I always say,
Leave it to IGN to still mess it up somehow.
I do not think that we should take journalists' opinions very seriously, but it is interesting to see the times where gamers and journos are actually lying. Now, this is not an $80 game. This is a $50 title, but either way, that is far too expensive, judging by the product that you're getting. Finished Code Violet last night, a truly so bad experience. It's the kind of game which is also utterly embarrassing for a PS5 exclusive. I'll have a full video up on it.
I have actually been thinking about this. You know why everyone is ripping and making fun of exclusives? Because there was a time when exclusives actually mattered, because all the good games were some kind of exclusive. You know, 15, 20 years ago, all of the exclusives on every platform, they were the big hitters. They were the franchise everyone loved and liked to play. And now, I think the term exclusive means nothing. It's just garbage. The term exclusive nowadays pretty much just refers to PlayStation or Xbox decide to pay a studio upfront a lot of money to make some kind of slop that sells 0 copies, but the studio still gets a lot of money out of it because exclusives get paid extra. And they're gonna just now make another game that's equally bad, probably, because they have the money.
It in a couple of days. And I think that the reason now they didn't want it to be on Steam is because Steam does tend to offer refunds very easily. They even allow refunds if you're over the window if enough
PlayStation once actually gave refunds. I forgot which game was it, but they once gave refunds. I think it was Anthem.
people are complaining and enough people want refunds, but that doesn't happen on PlayStation. This also could be a Black Myth Wukong situation where they said, oh, we need to delay one of the versions of the games. Oh, we can't release it on Xbox right now because that version isn't done. And then exactly a year later, it released on Xbox. So clearly it was an exclusive. They didn't disclose that. But I think that it is so fascinating that
I'm pretty sure you don't actually have to. I am very sure that disclosing that you're an exclusive is not actually mandated by any law in any country, by the way. So if a thing is exclusive on a platform, they can choose just to not tell you, and that's it.
we have gotten to the point where we have to speculate because this could have been a game that didn't face controversy, that didn't face backlash from a community, except for just
But
gamers
it
saying,
did.
yeah, it's low quality, but they're adding so much fuel to the fire. I cannot wrap my head around why people keep hyping up games from the studio. The Code Violet devs are the same ones who released Quantum Error for $60. If you buy anything from Teen Kill Media, you are frankly asking to be scammed. And hey, I suppose the studio is pretty consistent with their game quality, even if it's trash, because Quantum Error is also rated the same. It also got very similar review scores. And over on Metacritic, there are no user reviews up yet because typically they give it like 24 hours before people can actually leave scores, and sometimes even a little bit more. But we are seeing floods of people on social media saying, yeah, this just isn't a good game. And hey, maybe if they had released it on PC, things would have been slightly different because gamers would have said,
No, it seems like even if they had released it on PC, it would have still been a disaster, but Steam maybe would have issued mass refundings. Who knows?
oh, I can just mod it, it'll be fine, even if it takes a week or two. People are willing to look past developer errors if they have ways to fix it.
I really don't think anyone would just mod this. Why the hell would anyone just mod this? Modding is not a catch-all solution as some people sometimes say it out to be. It's just not. You need someone to actually do the work. And why the hell would someone do that work for Code Violet if it looks like such a disaster and pretty much a scam in this case? So why would anyone put effort into that?
It themselves and actually get the best bang for their buck, but that's not the case here. And if you take a look at the scores over on the PlayStation storefront under ratings and reviews, it is sitting at a 2.96, so it is a 3 out of 5 stars, but there are more negatives than there are positives, and the positives are clearly people trying to almost reverse review bomb it and say, you guys are being too harsh and we need to fight the chuds. It is sitting at 5 stars, 34%, 4 stars, 9%, versus the 2 stars at 11% and the 1 stars at a 35%. Whew, that is not a good look for them, that there are so many negatives. And now you can actually start seeing some of the reviews people are leaving, and well, most of the ones that are highlighted here are 1 stars. Never thought I'd see a game
Callisto Protocol, it's over.
Worse than Callisto Protocol this soon. I'm so mad. I don't think I'm ever going to buy a game on the PlayStation Store again until they fix their refund policy. PC Master Race. I liked Callisto Protocol to a certain extent, but the fact that they ripped away from the ending from you just to sell it to you in a DLC was atrocious, and it's no shocker to see that they're never going to be able to make another game like that again. A 1-star. They didn't even want to put the time into explaining all the problems. Code Violet. The game is virtually unplayable. Gave up before I even made it through the tutorial. Some areas are so dark you can hardly see to navigate, and apparently you get a flashlight at some point, but you should start with one because you need it as soon as you leave the first room. If you are anywhere close to a wall or an object in the environment, then when you go to aim at the enemy, your character completely blocks out your line of sight and you can't even see an enemy that's right in front of you. So you just have to start shooting and hope you're aiming at it because 3/4 of your screen is just Violet's upper torso blocking everything out. This person gave a 5-star and they said Code Violet is a game about a girl's endurance under pressure. You plays a female protagonist.
Absolutely based through and real queen, okay?
Navigating hostile environments where survival, awareness, and persistence matter more than raw power. The atmosphere is the strongest asset. I gotta be honest, this sounds like some sort of copy.
This looks fake, yes.
And paste synopsis on this game. And oh, it's about a girl's endurance under pressure. Exploration feels deliberate rather than filler, and the pacing encourages caution instead of reckless movement. The protagonist is handled seriously. She's not portrayed as invincible or exaggerated. Instead, the experience emphasizes mental and physical perseverance, which gives weight to even small victories. Yeah, basically every game does that, especially if you play titles like, I don't know, Resident Evil, where the victories do matter because you can die so easily. It's so interesting to see that you almost have like an AI generated review here. I'm not saying that
that could have been an AI generated review, by the way. In any case, yeah, Code Violet, not good, needless to say. That was very dark. 10 out of 10. Bye.